beautiful day. Alright. Let's turn around this bad boy. See, what you do is you just pick it up right up on the stand there, and the bike will balance itself and it turns around. Pretty cool, eh? Anyways, so today I'm going to show you how I learned how to ride a motorcycle. Lost my thought for a second. Oh, time. Alright, so there's a lot of amazing fucking tutorials out there on how to ride motorcycles. So nobody will probably even see this video. But if you do, I'm going to show you how a beginner noob, someone who has never ever been on a motorcycle, how to ride a 600cc Super Sport for the first time. The only reason why I'm doing this video is because I watched a ton of videos. The number one video that I watched was learning the Yummy way from Yummy R6. He's very good. He is very informative. So anyways, because he did them, I thought that it would be fun if I did one as well. Just because, you know, YouTubers have helped me learn how to do things, so I figured, you know, hey, if I can make a video and maybe help somebody out, or maybe they see something I do that they might like to try, or whatever, maybe I do something as well that might be comfortable for someone else to do. So anyways, but for the most part, I think most riders, basically, they technically all ride the exact same way. And what I mean is shifting and things like that, it's typically, I would say, pretty much standard. Some people might have a few little tricks and things like that they can do. Like they might know certain RPM ranges where they can rev it to like 4,000 or 7,000 or 9,000 or 11,000, be able to switch gears without even clutching, things like that. But other than that, the logistics of how to change gears is, I would say, is pretty much the same shit for every motorcyclist. But just to tell you how I learned how to ride my bike, I literally, just to make sure, I literally was on my driver right here. So as you can see, it's probably, I would say about 50 feet, if that. Alright, and what I did was, it's on a slant, as most driveways are, but I was facing the other way, so I was facing up to my driveway instead of down as the way I'm facing out to my street. But I'm going to show you the exact path and everything, exactly where I went to take my bike and learn how to ride my bike as well. Okay, I'm going to show you the exact roads, all this kind of shit. The very first time I got on my bike, and how you doing? And so I'm going to show you guys how someone like me, how they can start on a bike like this and just start riding. All right, I'm going to show you this, and hopefully you guys like what you see. So what I did was I put it, I sat on my bike just like this, as you can see. Okay, I had my feet down, right? Feet down on the ground. I'm flat footing on each side. Obviously I can do that. Some people might not be able to. You might be tiptoed like that if you're really short. I'm only 5'8", 5'8 and a half. My hair's a little long right now, so I'm 5'9". and I only weigh 150 pounds, so I'm a pretty small dude. And as you can see, I'm pretty comfortable with just being on my feet and walking around with the bike. I don't know, even what I'm doing, I'm kind of humping my bike right now. I like doing that, to be honest. But at the beginning of the video, you were able to see that I was able to spin the bike right around up on the stand. That literally, my 3-year-old niece could do that. It's pretty easy to do, you know, these kinds of things. You don't have to be a big person to learn how to ride these bikes or anything like that, or just be able to work with them at all. So anyways, back to how I learned how to ride this bike. What I did is I was facing the bike the other way. I put my foot on the pegs, right? On the peg, put my foot on the peg, and right now I'm in neutral, right? So I put my foot down and put it right onto put my toe right onto the front peg on the clutch. Not the clutch, sorry, the shifter, clutch, shifter. And what I did was, facing the other way, like I said, coming up my driveway, I put my hands down like this, right? Put my hands, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, thumb. No, I'm kidding. But put my hands. At first, I was doing almost all fingers on clutch and brake. Now I play around. Sometimes I do both. Sometimes I do one. Sometimes I do pinkies. Whatever floats your boat. But I put my finger on the hands on the clutch like this, right? Push in the first gear. Green light goes away, right? All right. Then what I did was, before I started to ride up the driveway, I put my foot back down on the ground, and all I would do is this. I'm gonna try and get a good view of this. So you can see, as right now, you can hear the engine slightly bogged down as the friction point hits. You'll hear it, like slightly there. Your bike is already wanting to get going, right? And if you look, the RPMs don't even really change if you let it out slow enough. Okay, if you let it out fast enough, it still won't even technically move, I guess, not until you start hitting some gas. So the RPMs will pretty much stay where they are. Yeah, see, I just started rolling on there a little bit. So the RPMs will stay at idling, okay? So don't even worry about the RPMs right now. All you're trying to do is all I was trying to do is figure out my clutch friction. So there it is. So all I did was did that for about 5 minutes. I just reversed it back, went again, and the whole time my feet is just like this, rocking. Start going, rocking, brake, use my toes to pull the bike back, rock it again, and that's all I kept doing. It was just using the clutch to get going, using my feet to pull myself back, and that's all I did. Then once I got comfortable with the friction point, I started to go a little bit longer, let the clutch slowly go, and just walk with the bike very, very slowly. Okay? Very, very slowly, just like this. Like that, see? That's all I did. Very, very slowly. And then I pull the clutch back in. That's all I did. And I just kept doing that. I walked the bike all the way back up like I'm doing right now, right? Meanwhile, my hand is I'm still in first gear. I'm never shifting out of first gear because I just want to make sure I've got it in my head that while I'm in first gear, I want to hold the clutch in if I'm sitting here, right? Because if you don't, you'll stall out. We all know that. Okay? So now, after I basically kept walking with the bike a few times. That's all I did. And then once I got comfortable with that, I would engage with the clutch. So I'd wait till it'd start going, And once I got going, I'd pick up my feet like this, and I would just hold them by the sides like this. I know it looks kind of stupid, but that's what I did. Or back like this, doesn't matter. I kept them kind of just off the ground, so I would go like this, and I wanted to feel what it was like to have my feet completely off the ground while moving. Okay, now at first, if you're just sitting on a flat surface, you could be in a parking lot. If you're just sitting on a flat surface,